This is Talk to Kedi Sharing, liberating minds. Hello there, thank you so much for joining us on this exciting edition of your #1 educative online podcast, Talk to Kedi. In this edition, we'll be talking exhaustively about dealing with your MLM fears and limitations. Dealing with your MLM fears and limitations. My name is Sarah Ebuna. Thank you so much for tuning in. I have with me in the studio today one of our seasoned lecturers. He's a Certified Naturopathic Doctor. He is the CEO of Total Wellness Naturopathic Clinic. He is the owner of Kedi Service Center 712 in Ogun State. Since he joined the business in 2016, he has bagged quite a number of awards to his kitty. Ladies and gentlemen, with a thunderous applause, welcome to Talk to Kedi Studio today, Mr. OPEYEMI AKANO. You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
All right, thank you for coming. So together we'll be doing justice to the topic, dealing with your MLM fears and limitations. What are your fears? What are those things that have been limiting you in this business? Today we are going to talk about them, and we're going to be dishing out tips on how you can deal with them. Why? Because I want you to grow. In fact, you must grow. So sit back, relax, and let's do this together. So OPEYEMI, quickly say hello to our viewers before I continue.
Hello everybody. This is OPEYEMI on the line. Thank you for having me.
All right.
Nice meeting you.
Thank you for coming. In case you're tuning in for the first time, this is Talk to Kedi, sharing knowledge, liberating minds. What we do here basically is to share knowledge in order to liberate minds. Okay, it's coming to you from the stable of Healthcare Industries Nigeria Limited, leading provider of quality healthcare products and services in Nigeria. This broadcast, it remains your surest platform for apt and accurate information about the company's products, company's activities, company's events, company's promotions, okay, and of course other contemporary issues that have the capacity to affect your health and your business. So stay tuned fortnightly. Trust me, you won't regret it. And now let's go to the business of the day. The topic once again says dealing with your MLM fears and limitations. Fear can simply be defined as an unpleasant, strong emotion. I don't want to bore you through the dictionary definition and all that, but basically what we want to talk about today is what are those strong unpleasant emotions that have been limiting Kedi distributors from being the best version of themselves. What are those things that have been limiting our distributors from growing the way they ought to? In fact, if you will agree with me that some people are not where they ought to be. You've joined the business for over 2-3 years now, and you are still on the same spot for the past 2 years. What are those factors? What are those fears that our distributors are facing? And then our guests will be dishing out how can you face them, how can you deal with them and grow your business. Okay, Mr. OPEYEMI, are you ready?
Oh, sure. Yes.
I will be handing over to you soon. Okay, in each edition of this broadcast, we usually have a teaser. Now, our teaser for today is, what were the fears you had when you just joined the business? What were the fears you had? Some will say, hey, I was so scared, I didn't know I'll be able to talk to people. I don't have that capacity to talk to a large audience. What were the fears you had? Some will say, hey, I was scared. If this fear of failure, I didn't know I was going to succeed in the business and all that. What were the fears you had when you just joined the business? So make use of the comment section and let us get talking. We would like to read from you. So make use of the comment section and let us know what were the fears you had when you just joined the business. You never can say someone somewhere would like to read from you and learn from your own experiences. Okay, so make the comment section and let's get talking. If you have any questions for Mr. OPEYEMI AKANO, if you have any questions with regards to company's products, company's events, of our promotions, okay, make use of the comment section and let's get talking. Now to our guests. Let's together. Now, what are the common fears that people usually face? That's before joining business. Okay. There's some people you work with them, not prospect them. It's not as if they don't like the business, understand? But deep down in their hearts, there's this fear. What are those common fears that people usually, face before joining the business?
Well, thank you for having me once again. We have several fears people face before joining. Number one is fear of uncertainty. People are not certain if truly the business can give them what they want. That is one. Now, one thing I have discovered about KEDI and network marketing, if you are not in the system, you can never really know how it works. About 2 days ago, I was having a discussion with one of my downline, and I told him, I said, look, if you look at the lives of our leaders, people that have achieved in network marketing, in KEDI especially, you'll be surprised if they tell you this is what they are doing to make it. Because the result does not go with what we do. The result outstands what we are doing. So sometimes the fear of, is this thing really certain? Is it really working? Or these people just come to cajole us. So because of that, people are afraid to join network marketing.
Okay, but then you wouldn't blame them because we have quite a number of people who have been scammed in the process.
Of course, yes, of course.
Okay, now on the other hand, let me flip the coin.
Okay.
When you eventually join the business,
okay,
as your business starts growing, okay, that doesn't mean that you won't face some fears.
Of course.
You understand?
Of course.
So every stage with its own wahala. Now, as you join the business and you're striving to grow your business, what are those common fears that people tend to face in the process of growing their business?
Well, there are several of it. Several. Time will not permit me to mention it all, but I will mention few. Number one is the fear of acceptability.
Okay.
People have a kind of a bad image when it comes to network marketing because they see it that is it not those people that normally walk throughout the street, one of their shoe will chop up, another shoe will chop down, all these stuff. So because of that, people have a little belief in network marketing. So when you are coming newly to the system, you see that fear. So maybe you just have a little belief in the person that introduced it to you, or maybe you want to please the person, that's why you join. But the fear of will also become part of those who normally, trek around everywhere. So I think that's one of it. And another one is a fear of rejection. When you join the business newly, definitely, and I'm very certain, people will reject it. So they are not confident enough, especially people that know you very well. Maybe they know you as let me say carpenter, or they know you as organizer. And one day when they just come on board, you start telling them about their health, start introducing drugs to them. They feel somehow. So when do you become doctor? So because of that, people are afraid to even introduce the business to people. And not only that, many people that are your relatives, maybe due to their seeing the lifestyle of those that are not seeing the business. So because of that, they reject the business. They can't be afraid. So fear of rejection is very common.
Okay, now let's drive this home now. Right. Using yourself as an example. Okay. What were the fears you had to face first before you joined the business?
Okay. And
then when you eventually joined the business, what are, because you're seeing the business, what are the fears that you've had to battle with over time?
Alright. Well, to me, I come to realize that fear has a lot of benefits. And at the same time, it has its side. Somebody said fear simply means face everything and rise. And at the same time, fear simply means forget everything and run. So sometimes it depends on your mindset. So as for me, when I started initially, I have this fear that because I've joined another network before KEDI, so I have this fear, is it not another thing? It took me 3 days eventually to make up my mind to join KEDI fully. And I remember the very day I made up my mind, it was in the middle of the night. I picked my phone and called my hotline. I said, sir, are you sure this business is the same way you introduced it to me? And are you certain what you're telling me is real? So the man said yes. I asked him the second time, sir, are you sure? He said yes. I asked him the third time, he said, if you want to do the business, do it. And if I'm not doing it, please let me be. I'm sleeping, you are disturbing me. And I made up my mind in the middle of that night that truly I want to do this business. And that helped me to really overcome my fear of uncertainty. And at the same time, I took my time to look at the people that have been in the business before me. You know, there's one Yoruba adage that says, if you want to know how your wife will be at the old age, look at your mother-in-law. So if you want to know how the business will, or what the business have for you, look at the business, the people that has been in the system for a while. So I look ahead, I look at the life of Mr. Yinka, Pastor Benny, Moses, Mr. Richard Kilanko, and so on. And I get to realize that this is the kind of future I want. Then if I can do what they are doing, definitely this is where I'm going to end it. So that helps me to overcome my fear. Today. So those things I was afraid of, I was able to overcome them, and here is the reality.
Okay.
Here's the reality.
This is still Talk to Kedi, sharing knowledge, liberating minds. And the topic is dealing with your MLM fears and limitations. As you watch, I would like to ask you, what are those fears? What are those things limiting you from moving on in the ladder? What are those fears? Share them with us in the comment section, and we will do justice to all of them. We honestly want to tackle those things today. And if you have any questions for Mr. OPEYEMI AKANO, please feel free, make it in the comment section and let us get talking. Now, Mr. OPEYEMI, let's toe this line now.
All right.
What are those things that limit distributors? Do you understand? We're talking about fears and all that. Now, let's look at the limitations.
Okay.
What are those things limiting our distributors from moving on the ladder? What are those things limiting them? What are those limitations that they experience? You know, you are a certified MLM practitioner, so I'm asking you because you are on the field. Yes, I'm sure they can relate to what you're saying because you are all on the field. So, what are those things limiting distributors?
There are several things that limit distributors, especially if you're already in the system. The fact that you're in the business does not mean you will not face some fears, or some criticism, or some challenges. Number one thing that limits the distributors is laziness. Yes.
Wow.
Why do I say this? You know, some people solely depend on the activities of their downlines. That actually, either I do or I don't do anything, company will pay me, I will earn something. Bad. You know. But the truth is this: Kedi is not they are not street. They know how to reward those that are working, and they know how to reward those that are not working. So that is one. When you're lazy, definitely you will have problem. That is one. Number two, and sometimes you may not be lazy. Yes, you may be hardworking. Now let me share one illustration with you. One of my downline about that was last year. I don't want to mention him. So this guy, he happens to be in Star 6. So when he got to Star 6, he got stopped. And nothing about his business was moving. Most of his downlines are not active again. So this guy put a call to me. And I said, my upline, what is going on? I said, what happened? He said, these are the problems I'm facing. My business are not working. What do I have to do now? Because I'm getting tired. So I encourage him, and I put him through some things that he can do. Now that's why mentorship is very, very important. You can't just be in the business like roaming the bus. You must have someone, maybe when something is going wrong, you must have someone you can move through, or you can call, that can put you through, especially those that have achieved what you are aiming to achieve. So this guy, when he called me, I tried to encourage him, put him through some things. And 2 months after, he went somewhere and one of his upline. So when he got back, he prospected a woman in the bus. And reluctantly, the woman joined the business. Guess what? This woman joined that business. Within a month, she became Star 5. And just like imagine, within 2-3 months, the guy business developed. About 2 months ago, he became Kedi.
Oh!
So last year I was giving order last year. Then where will it be? Then I come to realize that network marketing is like a farming system. a farmer, we are planting, you cannot see which seed that will grow. That is one. And then we have a time where you clear the bush. Am I right?
Sure.
Then after clearing the bush, you have the time whereby you plant your seed. Then we have the time whereby you need to be patient for the seed to grow. Now while the seed are growing, yes, you are not comfortable until the seed is giving you fruit. But as a networker, sometimes you need to be patient with the business. The business requires time to grow. But by the time it grows, it rewards you whatever you put in. But from the beginning, the effort will be like 20%, and the effort will be like 80%. You'll be working, but you'll be getting very few results. But at the end of the day, you'll be putting like 80% and you'll be getting 80% reward. So if you're out there, you are putting in a lot of effort, yet your business is not improving the way you want it. What I will tell you is don't give up. Don't give up. Then one of the other key that has helped me is consistency. We have a lot of people who do Kedi today. Somebody introduce another one to you tomorrow, you jump over there. Another one comes the after tomorrow, you jump over there. If you're not consistent in what you do, you can never succeed in it. And that's the fact. So consistency is another key. Then let me also add this. Training is very important. So Muhammad Ali said, I get every minute of training, but I told myself, don't quit. Suffer now and enjoy the rest of your life in pleasure. When you go to training, you will learn a lot of things. Maybe what somebody will say today may be what you have been expecting, or what you have been hoping for, to grow your business. So going to training is very, very important. Going to every seminar Kedi established or organized is very, very important. And when you do all this, certain you will grow.
All right, we are very certain that you will. You see, this training mission is paying me because we invest so much into putting this seminar together, and then all you need to do as a distributor is just stand up, come and attend. Some distributors still find it difficult to attend seminars, and then you come and complain that you are not growing. Number one, when you intend to get the knowledge you want, you stay back at home. Some distributors don't even read. If you are at home, you don't attend training, but you are reading up, I would have said, okay, maybe that will suffice. But you don't attend training, you don't read, you don't seek knowledge, you are just there. The little you knew when you just joined is the same thing you know now. Trust me, moving far will be an impossibility. Okay, so these are some of the things actually limiting our distributors. And now let's go this way. For those, you talk about fear of uncertainty.
Yes.
For those who are experiencing that at the moment and are perverted, that are watching us now, they are about joining the business, but they are scared. Will it work for me? All these big people that are being gay, who are showing us car keys and all that. In fact, someone even asked me, is all this your travel award post? All this your car award winners post? Are you sure it is real? Tell me the truth. The person asked me last week, are you sure it is real? Are you sure people are just picking pictures and they are just... I said, exactly. Of course it is real. Now, I'm sure that we have some people out there who still believe the same thing. Are you sure you're not doctoring these pictures are showing us? Okay, I would have loved to join, but then, are you sure to work with me? So for people in that category, what are your words for them?
Well, number one, I would say this. Everything in life is risk. For instance, if you want to sleep in the night, because some people have slept and they did not wake up. Because of that, you cannot say you don't want to sleep. So everything in life is risk. But if you are not ready to take the risk, you will remain at this point. And I come to realize that the world is changing. Somebody is changing so rapidly. And I may even say this is the only available option for those that come from a very rich family, for them to leave a good legacy behind. And why do I say this? Network marketing, Kedi especially, give you the avenue, to pick up your legacy and build it. And at the same time, what you get is more than peanut. It's more than peanut. You fulfill your dream. You fulfill your ambition. You fulfill your purpose. You make things better for not just for you, but for the generation behind you. So if you are thinking maybe these people, the scammers, well, you will just have to have courage to take the risk. And we cannot say because we want to deceive you, we arrange all these things. It's not possible. Because
you arrange me too.
Because we want to deceive you, we show you cars. Can we go and buy cars because we want to deceive? It's not possible. We can't take people to abroad because we want to see it. It's not possible. So you just have to believe it. You have to believe it. And I come to realize that in Africa as a whole, we have a kind of a caution mentality when it comes to network marketing. We don't believe it. And that is the problem. And well, let me say our mentality. That is number one, because we believe in our handiwork. We believe it is what I do that can make me blessed. We don't believe there's another platform whereby you can leverage people and at the same time make it faster. So I think we need to change our orientation in Africa and Nigeria especially, and come to realize that in network marketing you can make it and you can make it faster.
In network marketing, in KEDI business, you can make it and you can make it faster. Now you talk about business stagnation.
Oh, of course.
We have distributors who are being on one spot year in, year out. And then some are giving up.
Okay.
Some are becoming worried. Some are on the verge of throwing in toy, like nothing they there again. We will look outside. Now, what are the words for people who are battling with in their business?
Okay. Let me share my own testimony and my experience with you. I faced that while I was in Star 6 also. At least it got a month whereby I thought, all these things, is it really possible? Don't forget having at least see things, but see that in it. Yes, I'll see that in it. Now, is it true this thing can really give me what I want? But along the line, I said, well, if it has given me very little results that I can see and testify, definitely can give me more. So I try to encourage myself. So if you're out there and you are putting in all the effort, yet you are not getting the reward you desire, don't let me say you deserve, that you desire. Number one, the Holy Book says that is everything. The time I will shine, the time I will shine. Yes, so me putting the effort that I'm shining now does not mean you putting the effort that you are not shining, does not mean your time will be. And I
cannot shine your shine.
Of course, everybody has to shine. So the truth is this, you don't give up. Yeah. And I come to realize the business from the beginning, you put the effort. It may not grow initially, but by the time it starts or it peaks to grow, people will be surprised. It will be as if am I doing something different? So you don't need to give up. Yeah. Consistency and focus is very, very important. Consistency and focus. And at the same time, let me also say this. Sometimes you not grow due to your ignorance. Yes. So you need to look inward. What are those things? Because I got to realize my own. While I was in Star 6, I look inward. Okay, what are these things that are delaying me not to grow? And then I was able to write about 4 to 5 of them. Then I look at, okay, if these are the things that are delaying me, then how can I overcome them? Then I put a call across to my mentors. I appreciate Mr. Kenny Adebuleke. So he sat me down, told me 1 or 2 things that I can do. I appreciate Mr. Jalai Niola. He sat me down, told me the things I can do. And I realized when I put those things into practice, I overcome those things as a problem.
That's abstract. What those things? Some people are watching you now, they're also stagnated. They want to learn.
Okay.
And please share them with us. Eh?
Okay, number one is this. I realize that some of my downlines, they are not active.
Okay.
They are not active, and I want them to be active. So I think the lesson I learned then was to gather them.
Okay.
So I arrange some meetings. I have a rapport. Okay, you are in support. What problem are you facing to move? Some of them share their problem with me. Can you imagine those problems that are not really problems? I come to their rescue. We solve the problems together. They step up. And make the step up. This is change too. So all these times is just to meet those people that are facing the problems. Hear their opinion. Some of them, they just want somebody to encourage them. Some of them just want something like an evidence that truly this business works with. And at the same time, you take them to several seminars, several trainings. Yes, and I come to realize that along the line, they pick up. They pick up. So sometimes, if you have a downline that's not working, expose them to different seminars, different trainings. So what is what you receive? The only thing, the only story I'm getting or I'm hearing for years is only from you. They're not broke. But today the streets are care, that's what they mean. You go there, you expose them to different seminars, different opportunities from there. They pick up. And those are the things I did. And along the line, I realized my business gets improved. Then I also organized local training for my team.
Okay.
I organized local trainings, and in the trainings, I tell them what to do. I tell them the function of the product, how to administer the product, to become easier for them to market. Then, if you're finding it difficult to talk to people, I start to develop them. I raise leaders. That's the point. When you raise leaders in your team, your business, those leaders eventually, like one man said, you don't build the business, you build people. And when you build people, the people build the business. So when you build people, definitely your business will grow. Okay. And those are the things I did, and it's working. It's working.
All right. This is Talk to Kedi and OPEYEMI AKANO in the studio. If you have any questions for him, make use of the comment section. Now, this is unscripted, eh? This is unscripted. If a new distributor, say a one-star consultant or a two-star, walks up to you today and says, sir, in few sentences, tell me, how can I grow my business?
How can I grow my
In the
business?
simplest of terms.
Okay. Number one, I would say hard work.
Okay.
Because some people think or they just assume that now that I've joined the business, Kedi already promised us they will give us car.
So
at least
balance.
one day
Just balance for the car.
they will come and give me the car. No, it doesn't work that way. Then number two, I would say to seek for knowledge.
Okay.
Seeking for knowledge is paramount to grow in Kedi. Very important. Now let me give you this illustration. If you want to become a barber, you want to open a salon, you want to become a barber, you can't just come up one night and start barbing. You learn it, isn't it?
Yeah, sure.
And to learn barbing at least, you learn it for a year or 2 years or more. If you want to become a organizer, just to start engine and pump tire, you learn it for minimum 2 to 3 years. If you want to become a fashion designer, minimum is 3 years. But people assume that you just join networking and tomorrow everything will just start working. No, it doesn't work that way. There are some basics that you must. It's a must that you need to learn. As a student, you cannot say you don't go to class, you don't go to lectures, and you want to pass exam. It doesn't work that way. So knowledge is very, very important. Seek for knowledge. You will not believe some people have joined Kedi, and the ordinary manual, Kedi manual, they have never opened it. Talk of it. Going to training, reading is very, very important.
It's key.
Knowledge is paramount. And if you're out there, I'm telling you, you need to seek for knowledge. And seeking for knowledge is the key to grow. Look at your upline, ask them questions. Go to seminars. If there are things you don't understand, seek opinion from leaders in the business. Read. Reading is very, very important. We have a lot of people that have written books concerning network marketing. Read it to improve your knowledge. At least this business I'm starting, what are the things I need to do? Or what are the things I need to know? You can't just be in the business, like a blind man and expecting it to grow. So knowledge is very important. Seek for knowledge and definitely you grow.
Yes, seek for knowledge and definitely you will grow. All right, let me hold on and give you some few announcements that I have here. Now, the first announcement I have here is the first edition of Kedi Inspire magazine for 2022 is now on sale. Yes. The awareness post, I think, was released some days ago, and then I'm sure you saw that magazine. And it is themed couples in Kedi business. Couples in Kedi business. This is a must-have for every distributor. I'll tell you why. In that magazine, we have articles of different couples in Kedi business. They share their experiences, okay? They share their challenges, they share all that they've been through and how they've been able to come together to build their business regardless of the challenges, okay? Now, this is what reading those articles helps you to do. When you read, you understand what people have been through. It helps you to avoid those pitfalls. It helps you to avoid those loopholes. And then if you are going through any of those challenges that they have succeeded in, okay, by reading their success methods and applying them, you become better off. Okay, so please make sure that you get. I can go on and on. I can go on and now, another important information I have here is the 22 center promo is still on. Yes, it is still on, and winners have started emerging. Okay, please make sure to jump into the promo so that you can emerge as one of our winners. Okay, now the countdown to the end of Kedi 2022 March to May seasonal promo has begun. Okay, the promo will be coming to an end on the 31st of May 2022. Trust me, you cannot afford to miss out on this promo. You still have some days. Okay, so jump into the promo and win yourself exciting cash prizes. Kedi Spin and Win Raffle Draw will be coming to an end in the next few days. It will be ending on the 30th of May 2022. Keep spinning. Many of you have been saying, I've been spinning, I keep getting thank you. At least I'm thanking you now. Sorry, that was a letter. But please, you have been getting thank you. Don't worry. Today is 12th. Okay? And the Raffle Draw will come to an end on the 30th. You still have 18 days. Keep spinning. You never can tell. Mr. Boy, we talk about don't give up. Don't give up. It's not only for business. This raffle draw spin and win, so don't give up. Why? Because it could be on that 29th of May that you just see 100,000 naira over top. Don't give up. Oh, we don't have the sending messages. See, we've been spinning. We keep getting thank you. Number one, the fact that I'm thanking you is even a good thing. I'm saying thank you for being a distributor. Thank you. So, but keep spinning. Trust me, I'm serious. Before the raffle draw comes to an end, bad as it bad. I thought we should get something. Okay, the raffle draw will be coming to an end on the 30th of May. Please keep spinning, and keep winning. Kedi registration award promo is also on. It will be coming to an end on the 31st of December 2022. Register to become a Kedi distributor and get one Kedi gun. The big one, not small one. Big one, free. Okay, so please jump on this. This is the best time to register. Register your loved ones, register everybody. Let them also enjoy this fantastic promo. Now, for the next edition of Kedi Inspire magazine, would you like us to publish your articles? I'm announcing it now. Many of you say we don't need to announce it early. So I'm announcing it now. For the second edition in 2022, would you like your articles to be published free of charge? You send a mail to the editor. Send your mail to info@kedihealth.com. Would you like to speak with the editor? Call 080-3340-6476 to get your articles published. Now, would you like us to advertise your business? You want a clinic like my guy here now? You want to advertise your business? Advertise the total, advertise it. You have an academy, you have a school, you have the same that even the same that on my parts. Before you leave here today, you must advertise everything. You know, you are a sales center owner, you're a regional manager, you want to advertise, you want people to know where you are, you want people to know what you do, okay? Make use of this wonderful platform, okay? Kedi Inspire magazine. Just stipends. Our advertisers are, very small, okay? Chicken in money like this, and then we announce you to the world. You start getting calls. Hey, I'm calling from, okay, I'm calling from a Mozambique. Thank you. Let's go. 080-3340-6476. Stay tuned to all our social media platforms. If you are not following us, I don't know who you are following you. If you are not following us, because we have different information channels. You have to be subscribed to any of them so that you can get apt and accurate information. Some people will say, I didn't know that there was a particular promo going on. The promo don't end. Because you're not following us. If you follow our social media handles, there's no way. In fact, there is no way you will know. As it happen, as it opts, you get to know everything going on in the company. So follow us on Facebook. We have an account, Kedi Headquarters Lagos. On Facebook, we have a page at Kedi Healthcare Industries. On Instagram, we are at Kedi Healthcare_official. On LinkedIn, we are at Kedi Healthcare. On Twitter, we are at Kedi Health NG. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Kedi Healthcare. We have a mobile application, Kedi Care app. Download yours today and secure your business. Don't forget our website, www.kedihealth.com. All of these are for you. We get to attend to all your inquiries 24/7. Now, my final question to Mr. Opeyemi before we go, not that we leave you, we go together. Now, as a certified MLM practitioner, balance well. I talk that in now. I want to balance well. So share with us some tips that would help distributors tackle their fears.
Okay.
How should, or what are the things that distributors should do practically? Okay, practical things that distributors should do to tackle their fears as they come in the business.
All right. For the fact that you are in the system or you are a registered member, does not mean you will still not have some certain fears to face. But I think one of the practical steps I will mention is this. Know what you are fear of first. So if, in fact, some people, they are so fear to the extent that if the fear is fearing them.
That one a punchline.
So number one, you should know what you are fear of. Some people, their fear is that they don't have the courage to face the crowd, to present their business. Then if that is your own fear, number one, look at someone that is good in that field.
Sure.
Someone that is already, a professional in that field. Move closer to the person. Okay, this is the problem I'm facing, this is my fear. The person will coach you through. I remember the first time I was called out in our lectures to come and present Kedi. Wow, that day I felt as if the land should open and swallow me.
And the shake.
Of course. Everybody. All part of the body was shaking. But lo and behold, the first day I did it, I made a mistake.
Of course.
But the people I was even talking to, they never knew I was making a mistake. But I know I was making a mistake. And the same person called me to come and talk. I was improved a bit. A week after, the one thing I did was that whenever I get back home, I look at the mirror and I start talking to myself. And within my mind, at the back of my mind, I have it that, okay, well, I'm talking to thousands of people. So let's assume I'm in front of thousands of people, I'm talking, how will I talk? And I started to imagine it, then gradually I started to improve. And today, to the glory of God, I can talk. And in fact, I've become a talker.
You are talking now.
So number one is look at what you're afraid of. If you're afraid of selling, you don't know how to sell the product. And we have some people that are professional in that field. Move closer to them. No, nobody knows it all. Of course, there are still some people that, you know, no matter how good you are, there are some things you are short of. But there are some people that are good in that field. Move to them and ask, sir, this, I don't know how to do it. And definitely they will put you through. And by so doing, it will be more convenient for you to overcome those fears. I think that will help a lot.
Okay, all right, let me give you a Dr. Cat tip for today. It says, don't let fear zap your enthusiasm for building a network marketing empire. It's important to safeguard your enthusiasm, and you can do so by remembering that fear is simply an acronym for false evidence appearing real. Fear is simply false evidence appearing real. The fact that you can see those fears, okay, the fact that you can see them doesn't mean that you should wallow in them. Do you understand? Don't let anything zap your enthusiasm. If those top leaders, if they can do it, then you can, trust me. Whatever it is, master it. Learn from others how they overcame. Okay? Replicate their success methods. Give yourself to knowledge, that's to seeking knowledge, I beg your pardon. Give yourself to learning. Learn from anybody, as long as the person is making sense, please learn. Do you understand? Some people in their mind already have this thing fixed. If you are not a particular level, I cannot learn from you. If you are not this senior training specialist, I can't learn from you. You will remain on the same spot.
You may be a professor, right?
Of course.
You may be a professor out there, good at everything. But when it comes to this business, you
must learn.
You have to.
You have to. Another thing about learning is what you know 2 years ago.
Of course.
It's not the same thing. It's
not outdated.
It is no longer obtainable in the system now.
It's outdated.
So if you stick to that thing you know 5 years ago, and you just balance and say, I'm a networker, you will just become archaic.
Of course, you need to
keep learning. Keep learning. Now, this digitalization now is going into MLM. The digitalization. If you sit down like as an analog distributor, you don't go and learn about digitalization. You will just sit and be watching. It's creeping into MLM gradually. Don't wait till it knocks you out. Go, join others, learn, sit down, learn. Whoever, even if it's a small boy of sisters that are teaching about digitalization, digitalization in MLM, it's one of our topics. We'll bring it one of these days. Sit down and learn, because that's the world is going to now. The world is going digital. Don't just sit, even when it is going digital, it has started.
Everything has become.
It has even started. Please, don't be outdated. Don't be archaic. Seek knowledge, get it, learn, read about people's success stories, replicate their success methods, and trust me, you will succeed. And on that note, we draw the curtain today on this edition of Talk to Kedi. Special thanks to Mr. OPEYEMI AKANO for coming today. Thank you so much. I'm sure you learned one or two things, because I have learned. So please make sure to replicate all the things that you learned today. Share this video with all your downlines, your prospects. Share this video, let them also learn. Okay, this video immediately after this broadcast will be on our YouTube channel at Kedi Healthcare. It will be on our Facebook page, it will be on our Instagram handle. In case you joined late, go back, balance, and watch. Take down the tips, the points, and then replicate them. Trust me, you will succeed. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Sarah Eguna. God bless you. Mr. OPEYEMI, what do you have to say to them?
Thank you, everybody. Please, if you're out there struggling with your business, don't give up. If you're out there watching this broadcast and you're not yet a member, you need to partner. You just have to. What can you have for you is more than what you are pushing, and I can give you guarantee, I can give you assurance. I'm talking with confidence. I'm talking with boldness. Not only that, I'm talking from experience.
Exactly.
That truly Kedi can make your dream a reality. And you're already in the system, congratulations. Don't give up, give it, and definitely first be focused. That's very important. Somebody said focus means follow one course to succeed. Don't deviate. Don't do Kedi tomorrow, do another one tomorrow, do another one the other. No. You don't succeed that way. Now that you're in the system, be focused on this, do it, don't be lazy, be hardworking, work with your people, and definitely we shall meet at the top. Honorary chairman.
We shall meet at the top. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you, and God bless you.